fight for a new IPL team. And that IPL team is the Lucknow Super Giants with the owner who is the one and only Mr. Sanjiv Goenka. And joining him is the mentor of this team, the Lucknow Super Giants, which is Gautam Gambhir. I caught up with them just a little while ago. Listen in to how the biggest state going for polls and the biggest state today also has the announcement of the biggest IPL franchisee, the most expensive IPL franchisee at a 7,000 plus crore rupees. Take a look at this interaction.
You were watching the News Hour at 9 Direct.
Hello and welcome to News Hour Direct and Exclusive. And tonight with me are two very, very important people who've just got into buying up a team in IPL. And this is the team that represents the largest state of India, Uttar Pradesh. And joining me tonight, Sanjiv Goenka, owner of the IPL team, and of course, Gautam Gambhir, well-known cricketer and somebody who's made his mark in politics as well as a member of parliament, and today is a mentor of this new team which is called Lucknow Super Giants. Sanjiv Goenka, the most expensive IPL franchise so far, 7,100 crores. That's 7,000 plus crores for this new team. What gave you the inspiration to get into such an expensive project, such an expensive franchise? Is it the love for cricket, or is it pure commercial business sense?
You know, if you look at the economics and look at it from my lens, it looks like a very simple economics. When we made the bid, we anticipated that our total net investment would be about 2,500 crores over a space of 10 years. As it appears, if the broadcast revenues are what people are saying they will be, and the franchise owner share is what is expected to be now, the outflow may be less than 1,500 crores. Now, at 1,500 crores, an IPL team is a good buy. And at the end of 10 years, I do believe that there will be 800, 900 crores of profit to be made from this venture. Valuations will certainly go up to 15,000 crores over a period of time. So to me, it made very good commercial sense. Cricket is also my passion, which helps. And it's a task to distance my passion and my business in this. So I have to try and make sure, mentally condition myself, that I let the cricketing decisions be taken by Gautam, KL, and Andy Flower, and I don't get involved with deciding that part of it.
Gautam Gambhir, KL Rahul already as captain of this team. You have three players under your belt. How are you planning to look at the auctions coming up in just about 12 days from now? How do you look at those auctions, and how are you planning for it? Is it entirely your decision, or do business heads like to say that when they actually hold the purse strings? And how many meetings are you holding together, the three of you, yourself, Mr. Goenka, and KL Rahul, to plan for getting the best out of these player auctions?
Look, you can plan as much as you want, but the most important thing is that we need to accept this fact that we're not going to get everything what we want. That is how the auction runs. But most importantly, we are very happy with the three retentions what we've made, especially KL, because he's a three-dimension cricketer. He opens the batting, plays 20 overs, keeps wicket, captains the side. Plus we've got Marcus Stoinis, who's a proven all-rounder, overseas all-rounder. Plus, we've got a 21-year-old leg spinner who's only going to get better and probably can grow with the franchise as well. But auction, yes, we need to be very, very proactive. And most important thing at the moment when we go into on the auction table is that we need to accept this fact that we will not, even if we can get 60 or 70% of what we want, I think we should be happy.
Mr. Goenka, would you be looking at top-line stars in your new team, or would you be doing a combination of stars and some regular players? How is it that you're going into this particular auction, planning it in your mind?
Ideally, I would like to have performers, people who are capable of competing, who are capable of delivering. So if they are brands or they are not brands, it's not relevant. And that's reflected in our retentions. So Ravi Bishnoi is not yet a brand, but we are very happy to have taken him as our third retention. So it's about, if he's a brand, that's a plus. But you don't take him because he's a brand. You take him because he's a performer. So KL is a proven performer as a batsman, as a wicket keeper, and he's got a great mind. So therefore, the fact that KL is a brand will certainly help the team. But that is not why we took him. We took him because he is a proven, successful performer.
I want to ask you, Gautam Gambhir, you've captained a side. You've been with Delhi. You've also been with Kolkata Knight Riders. You've got a trophy. As a captain under your belt, you have a trophy, IPL trophy. What is the formula for getting that trophy? And I'm sure as a mentor, that's exactly the formula that you'd be probably sitting and telling your team once the team is up there.
There is no certain formula to win. I think the most important formula is probably when you pick players who are honest to the franchise. And when you ask that question that do we pick players on reputation, I think the biggest brand for us is Lucknow Super Giants. And that will always remain the biggest brand. So we want players who are committed and honest to be playing for the franchise, not thinking far ahead of thinking to play for the country, because playing for the country is only the byproduct. And if we pick players who are honest to the franchise, probably we'll be closer to achieving our success, and we'll be closer to being a very successful franchise.
So Gautam, let me ask you, what made you decide association with the Lucknow Super Giants? Because you wear a political hat as well, and UP is going to elections, and you're part of the BJP, and it's a do or die battle. And politically, it's said, the chair at the center is the road to that is via Lucknow. So does politics have anything to do with being associated with the UP?
No, I didn't decide to get associated. It's the chairman who actually gave me this honor of being part of the franchise. And to be honest, it's not because Mr. Goenka is with me at the moment. I think it's a great privilege and honor to be working for him, because I've known him for a very long time. And it's always great to have a human being like him. So I feel that when you start something from a scratch, what better feeling than that when you don't have any baggage at the back. I know the pressure of having a baggage when I captained KKR after 3 years when KKR wasn't that successful. But all these players, whoever gets picked for the franchise, will be a very fortunate one, because they will have to carry no baggage and they can create a legacy which people can remember forever.
So, Mr. Goenka, you live in Kolkata. Will you support Kolkata Knight Riders team, or will you support the Nawabs of Lucknow? How does it work? How does it work in terms of being associated? And I think there can't be better timing for you at the moment, because elections are on, and maybe you can be a sponsor or two with your Lucknow Super Giants, because everybody is talking only UP elections.
For me, my heart is with my team, with my franchise. Very simple, very plain, no ambiguity. If I didn't have a franchise, it was a different question. But if I have one, obviously it's my own franchise.
Okay, and the logo launch that's happened today, how do you see that? Because you know, there's the bat, there's the ball, there are the bails, and then there is a lot of nationalism with the tricolors all evident there. So the concept, how long did you work on it, and what was in your mind when you were talking about that logo launch?
You know, we wanted it to be reflective of cricket. We wanted it to be representative of a team which represents Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, but the team is national in character. And whereas it's a young, new franchise, the team is not young and new. So it's a fully blossomed team with experienced professionals.
And Gautam, you know, the fact that you're getting together a team, how much, you know, what are the basics that you will have in mind when you go in for the auctions? What kind of players would you want to pick up in order to have a very competitive team in place?
See, combination of everything. We want proven performers. We want young talent who can come with the fearless approach. We want guys who are exciting as well. We want players who can play those different roles, important roles as well. Because a good depth in a squad will depend on all kind of players as well. You can't just have one-dimensional people, or we need young faces, or we need only proven performers. Because ultimately, a good food has all the ingredients, and that is exactly what we would try to do on the auction table. Try and have a combination of everything.
Tunde kebab or some other delicacy from Lucknow. You know, that's the way people expect Lucknow to be. So Nawabs.
Hopefully we'll invite you to Lucknow, and probably we can have it together.
So Gautam, before I let you go, I can't have you and not speak on have you speak on the latest controversy that's taken up and consumed a lot of man hours of this country, because cricket is such a religion in this country, which is Sourav Ganguly versus Virat Kohli. Do you think this whole thing could have been played out with a lot more grace and courtesy? Do you think you know, there were a few rough edges in the manner in which this played out?
We didn't. I think this could have been sorted in closed door as well. This was an internal matter which should have been sorted behind closed walls, which was more important. I don't know, it was a great TRP for a lot of news channels, but that's fine. I think for me, I think every time when we have these kind of controversies, I think if you go to the depth of it, it can actually easily be solved. It's not that big an issue.
So who's at fault for not solving it behind closed doors? Virat or Sourav?
I can't answer that question, because it's up to BCCI and Virat Kohli, because probably they could have solved themselves, because that is where the controversy was between BCCI and Virat.
Of course, we can all speak about everything, because in this country we have a view on everything, which is not our business.
See, neither I'm a spokesperson of Virat Kohli, neither I'm into BCCI. So I don't know what exactly, to be honest, happened.
But you've been a player, a national player, and you worked with both these entities, Virat Kohli on one side and BCCI on the other. So I'm sure probably, you're very well experienced to make a comment.
Probably, because I don't know exactly what the controversy was for. Because honestly, I don't see any controversy which was created. Because if it is a specific question about captaincy, I thought Virat Kohli should have continued it as red ball captain, but from white ball captaincy, once he decided to let go of T20 captaincy, he had to let go of ODI captaincy as well. So for me, I think BCCI was right, selectors were right from the white ball point of view, and probably Virat, it was his personal decision to let go of red ball captaincy, which he should have still continued to be part of.
All right. So, Mr. Sanjiv Goenka, you've known Virat Kohli very well. Any notes exchanged on this?
No, no notes on this matter whatsoever.
Not for public domain, or no notes exchanged at all?
No, not on this matter. Virat and I have been generally regularly in touch, as are, for example, MS and I, but no notes exchanged on this at all.
So, Mr. Goenka, before I let you go, I just want to ask you, they say that there are 3 C's in this country that are very, very important and popular. One is cricket, one is cinema, and the third is, of course, controversy. So cinema, through music, you're already part of. Cricket, you are now becoming part of with this franchise, the most expensive franchise. And hopefully controversies will follow, after the auction. So how does it feel to be king of 3 C's that make India tick?
Hopefully no controversies for me. I'm not a man who believes in controversies. I do not get into controversies. I like to stay far away from them. So if you're a well-wisher, pray that I don't get into controversies.
But IPL without controversy, is it possible, Gautam? Your experience?
7 years when I was captain KK, we had no controversy. For me, I think our entire primary objective was to go out there and do well on the cricket field and probably just leave it there.
Well, both of you wanting to be extremely straight-faced are killing business of news channels, but I'm sure we'll get our stories. I'm sure we'll manage somehow. But thank you so very much to both of you, gentlemen of cricket, into the gentleman's game in a new format, in a new way. All the very best for a lovely future of Lucknow Super Giants.
Thank you, Navika.
Thank you.